Excelencias, señoras y señores, la pandemia de COVID fue, sin dudas, la mejor ilustración de lo que la tecnología puede y no puede hacer en favor de la educación. La mejor ilustración también de la arraigada creencia de que la tecnología es siempre buena, siempre eficaz, de que es siempre una señal de progreso. La edición 2023 del Informe de Seguimiento de la Educación en el Mundo pone esa idea en perspectiva. Me gustaría dar las gracias al Uruguay por liderar el camino en este campo a través de su Plan Nacional de Educación Digital, el Plan Ceibal, y por acoger hoy nuestros debates. Dear friends, what can we learn from this report, which focuses on technology in education? Maybe that there are at least 4 paradoxical trends in this field, 4 lessons that we can learn from past experience. The first lesson we can learn is that we must never forget the social and emotional dimensions of teaching and learning. While technology does have the potential to personalize learning, no screen will ever replace a teacher. Learning means listening, trusting, creating connections. Everything else is a tool, and tools can be useful and effective, but they can do nothing without the fundamental relationship between teacher and student. The second lesson is one of perspective, because these tools may enhance the learning experience for some, but they are out of reach for millions of people around the world. There cannot be a universal solution when only 40% of primary schools worldwide are connected to the internet, or when 70% of rural populations in sub-Saharan Africa do not even have electricity. And this brings me to the third lesson, the deep disconnect between the desire to make education a global public good and the proliferation of private technology providers in this field, which raises the question of their commercial interest. This report raises the alarm. For instance, only 14% of countries guarantee data privacy in education by law. It's a major risk that must be addressed. Finally, the fourth lesson of this report is a warning. In introducing digital solutions in education, we must always ask ourselves whether it really serves the long-term educational outcomes of children. We must bear in mind that learning requires concentration, focus, which can be disrupted by digital devices. And we must be aware that increased screen time can have an impact on children's physical and mental health. This is why we need to find a better balance in our use of digital solutions while avoiding unnecessary exposure. We now have evidence of the negative impact of smartphones on learning, yet fewer than a quarter of countries ban them from schools. Señoras y señores, estos desafíos pueden superarse y por eso nuestro informe ofrece recomendaciones. Nos invita a abordar el uso de la tecnología en la educación en nuestros propios términos. En los próximos días, los animo a que tomen como base nuestras recomendaciones, teniendo siempre presente que la tecnología debe estar al servicio de la educación sin gobernarla. Muchas gracias. Merci à vous.